Hey there, superfan. Welcome to Versus, where I compare something to some other thing and see which thing is the best thing. Today, it's off to the DC Universe for Starfire vs. Starfire. On the Teen Titans animated series, Starfire was my favorite member of the team.
Deathstroke was better.
But he wasn't a Titan. He's not even a good guy.
I said Deathstroke is better.
But...
Private, the Sergeant does make a compelling argument.
Now, as any fan of both comics and TV can tell you, TV Starfire and comic Starfire are very different. Let's start by looking at character design. Beginning with TV Starfire. Teen Titans sported a very anime-infused aesthetic. And you know what? I dig it.
You would.
Starfire's purple and orange color scheme is complemented by these great green eyes, which are really expressive. But I'm not too fond of her hair. Those clawhammer bangs in front and those tiny eyebrows just don't work for me. I also don't love the costume. Star's sister Blackfire looks better in my opinion, but her costume still works in kind of a 1960s sci-fi sort of way. Now, for comic Starfire. Her look is varied over the years, like the costume. Unlike TV Starfire, whose costume is fairly simple and comparatively realistic, comic Starfire's costume is ridiculously complicated, and well... is there a nice way to say trashy?
I can think of a lot less nice ways to say it.
Now let's talk about that hair. Starfire's do can vary from this cool fiery look to living proof that you really can have way too much hairspray. But even at its best, I've seen fiery redheads done before, like DC's own Volcana, or more recently Sunset Shimmer. So for a better all-round look, costume, and design, I give the point to TV Starfire. Now for powers. In terms of what they can do, both Starfires are basically the same. They fly, they have superhuman strength, they can walk off explosions, gunshots, and getting punched by things that outweigh her by about 50 Mack trucks worth of fried chicken without a scratch, and shoot cool laser beams called starbolts out of her hands and eyes. Where the two differ is how Starfire does this. One focuses on the physical cause, while the other is all about the emotional cause. On the Teen Titans TV show, they really get into how Star's powers are activated by her feelings. Like flying comes from joy, unbridled confidence equals superhuman strength, and the starbolts come from righteous fury.
Hey, Lightbulb, is there a word for how lame that is?
No, but you could try some adjectives like extremely, tremendously, or titanically.
Oh, you two just can't relate to feelings other than explosive rage, cold contempt, or grim determination.
Well, I suppose he has us on that one.
Good thing I don't care.
Anyway, comic Starfire is all about the physical process behind the powers. Basically, Star absorbs radiation that she can use for flying, lasers, or hitting people. Now, as much as I appreciate the attempt at something vaguely plausible, I have to say that sounds really similar to how Big Blue's powers work. Both versions of Starfire probably have the same processes going. TV Star absorbs radiation, and comic Starfire's powers are activated by her feelings. But I like the emotional explanation better. It makes everything so much more relatable. And to me, it's less important to know how Star flies than it is to know how she feels when she flies. Point goes to TV Starfire. Finally, let's look at personality. This is probably the biggest point of deviation between the two different versions of Starfire. TV Starfire is very open and caring, with a metric ton of enthusiasm for the strange new world she finds herself in. She gets along well with the other Titans, and she's one half of one of the DCU's all-time great shippings. But my favorite moments happen between Starfire and Raven. They're probably my second favorite DC superhero tag team. Now for comic Starfire. And she's a lot more prickly. She's forceful, brash, and intense. She's also a real heartbreaker and has been around the block more than a few times, if you know what I mean. Finally, she's just got an attitude. So no contest here. Point goes to TV Starfire. Well, in the end, I don't have much nice to say about comic Starfire, and I wish the TV version would have migrated over to the comics, but that's just my opinion. If you're interested in more reviews of anime, movies, TV shows, comic books, or video games, check out my channel on YouTube at StupidPrivate913, or find my Facebook and Deviantart pages for video updates and more. Thank you for watching.
Hey kids, today's show is brought to you by the letter 4 and the number potato! I'm a stupid private.